I don't believe in the concept of, okay, if I have an idea, well, that's impossible. I don't look at things from that perspective because I'm impossible. You're impossible. Like, how are we even here? You know, I think about it from that standpoint. What are the odds of everything working out so perfectly for you to even exist? You have to have the confidence and the clarity of mind and the sense of purpose, right? And the willingness to step out and be different from other people, to take a chance and act on that idea. When you're wired like that, you can't just stop because there is no destination. You know, the journey is the destination. You may think that your starting point is a disadvantage, and what you might be missing is the fact that your starting point is actually your biggest advantage. There's definitely something to say about, you know, your will and your mindset and the ideas that you have in your mind and the things you talk about and how you project those ideas and what you focus on day in, day out. And I truly believe that, you know, you manifest those things. Let's just be very, very practical about it, right? Look around. Look around your house. Look at everything you have around you. Everything you see, everything you own is somebody's idea, right? It doesn't matter what it is. Every single thing that you can see visually that you've acquired began as somebody's idea. That just shows you how powerful thoughts are. When you talk about inventions, when you talk about creations, these are people's ideas. We just take it for granted because it just becomes regular to us. It's just normal. It's just there. But there was a period of time prior to now where it wasn't here. So what that tells you is that inside of you, if you're one of those type of people, if you're one of those creative people that have those ideas, right, that have that level of genius that's been handed down to you, whether you're getting it through DNA or you're just connected and aligned that way to where you just download the information and you just have brilliant ideas, don't take that for granted. And don't just sit on it, act on that. Because not everyone gets an opportunity to have those type of ideas. And maybe a lot of us have them, but then there's another piece of the puzzle that you need to have also. A couple more pieces of the puzzle. You have to have the confidence and the clarity of mind and the sense of purpose, right? And the willingness to step out and be different from other people, to take a chance and act on that idea and really, truly put that mental energy and that belief behind it. And I'm not talking about belief where you have to try. It's where you have to try to not believe it because it's just a part of you. You're just of it. You know what I mean? Like you believe in it so much that you're not even thinking about the fact that you believe in it. You just wake up every day and go because you're 150% convinced and just embedded in that idea mentally that it's only a matter of time before it manifests itself. And when you commit yourself to something at that level, it really is only a matter of time before you manifest it. Because every idea and every thought that you have is powerful. It's just now, are you going to take that idea, get it out of your head, put it on a sheet of paper, put a plan in place, start executing one day at a time until you completely bring it into fruition. There comes patience too, because somebody's current outcome, someone's current life that you're looking at, you're just seeing the current stage that they're in right now. Please don't forget that to get to that point, there's a lot of things that that person had to go through and that person had to do to make it to that point where you're seeing them now and you're admiring what it is that they're doing, right? So it's like winning a championship. You know, if you're Michael Jordan, you're LeBron James, you're Kobe, and then now if what you're seeing is the moment when they're holding up the trophy, but you're not taking into consideration the entire journey of what they had to do just to get to that point where they're holding up that first trophy, then I think that's a mistake. And I think you're missing the point. And you're actually missing the most important part of that entire picture. Because you're holding up that trophy in a moment. That's the moment. So you've accomplished that goal. But most of these guys, right, what they do is right after they accomplish that goal, They don't rest on their laurels. They're setting a new goal and they're going at it again and again and again and again. Because when you're wired like that, you can't just stop because there is no destination. The journey is the destination. It's just waking up every day and understanding that, like for me, there's no such thing as retirement. Like I don't subscribe to that concept because I feel like I was blessed with this gift of life and I have to do something with it. So as long as I have it, I'm going to just do something, you know? I don't have a plan that says I'm going to work for this amount of time to try to save this up so I could live off of that. And then I go sit on the beach somewhere and don't do anything. Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense. Maybe that life is for someone else, but it's just not for me. I just feel like this is a blessing. I mean, what are the odds? If you had to, that's why it's like, for me, it's like, I don't believe in the concept of, okay, if I have an idea, well, that's impossible. I don't look at things from that perspective because I'm impossible. You're impossible. Like, how are we even here? I think about it from that standpoint. What are the odds of everything working out so perfectly for you to even exist? That's much closer to impossible than the idea you have in your head that you now, for some strange reason, you're doubting yourself as to your ability to execute on it. Like, where did that doubt come from? Who put it there? These are some of the questions that I think, you should really ask. Why are you lacking in confidence? You know what I'm saying? If it's information that you need, well, you're in the information age. It's just a matter of just blocking out the information that you don't need and isolating down and drilling down and getting to the information that you do need. And I guarantee you this, if you seek, you'll find. Don't expect anything to just be handed to you, because if something is just handed to you, it may not even be the right time. You're probably not even prepared to get that information or to get that thing at that moment. It's better to just lock in and focus on the journey and just focus on doing, just every single day. Just do something. Do something with the time that you have if you're one of those people. If you're somebody that's a mover and a shaker, if you're somebody that's a difference maker, if you're someone that believes in yourself, you're somebody that has ideas and you truly believe in yourself, go after it and execute every single day. Don't waste any time worrying about what your surroundings are. That's probably one of the most important things that I could put out there, and I hope it reaches someone who needed to hear that. Don't waste any time worrying about what your situation is. Don't waste any time focusing on what your surroundings are. Just go after it, because you may think that your starting point is a disadvantage, and what you might be missing is the fact that your starting point is actually your biggest advantage. If you're in a situation, right, where you're constantly having to solve complex problems in your life on a day-to-day basis, just moving from A to B and navigating the situation that you're in, despite how complex it is and how much somebody might be telling you they feel bad for you, they feel sorry for you and it's not fair. To me, what's happening there is expectations leading to disappointments. But if you remove the expectations now, you say, but wait a minute, fair? Like who gets to tell me what fair is? How do you even determine what fair is? All you're doing is comparing your life to someone else's, right? So if somebody tells you a story, or you watch movies, or you listen to other people talk, and other people now, or people show you their life, the part of their life that they want to show you, let's say, for example, on social media, or let's say the part of their life that they want to tell you about when you're talking, right? Or you're watching a movie and you're seeing something that's made up, right? Now there's these ideas and these expectations that start to get created. Well, this person did this by this age, right? This person's already married. This person already has kids. I have to be married by this age. I have to have kids by this age. I have to do this and that. I need to go in this order. Like, where is all of this coming from? It's just there's these unwritten rules that exist that I feel like people are following. And if you're the type of person that really has that skill set and that mindset, and you're creative and you're driven, like, don't follow those rules. Don't follow these unwritten rules. Nobody's standing in your way. Nobody's telling you that you can't do something anymore. Like, all the walls have been broken down. All the gatekeepers are gone. Whatever it is that you want to do, as long as you have the idea and you have the will, right? And you have the discipline and the focus and the hustle, and just that desire to improve every single day, you're going to go far. It may not happen exactly when you want it to happen, but if you get the ideas out of your head, like somebody owes you something, or your life is unfair, why am I in this situation? Anybody could ask themselves that question at different moments in their life. Try not to look at somebody else's life from the outside and feel like you actually know what that person is dealing with or what it is that they had to go through to get to the point where they're at right now. As a matter of fact, there might be people who you're looking at and wishing that you were in their position, and they would probably gladly trade what they have just to have some peace. People go through different things. Everybody's going to get their fair share at whatever life is going to deal to them, whether it's on the positive side or the negative side. So to me, take what you might think is a disadvantage and turn it into an advantage. Try not to waste too much time complaining about the fact that a problem exists, and take that same energy and pour it into being a problem solver. The people that focus on solving problems are the people that tend to make a lot of progress. If you are more so locked in every single day on complaining about all the problems that are going on around you, all the challenges that are going on around you, how hard your life is, how unfair it is, the things that are happening to you, it's going to be a tough ride for you. And I mean, if you disagree with that, look, I respect it. You don't have to agree with my perspective. It's just my point of view, and we all have our point of views, and I respect that everybody is going to have their perspective and their way of looking at the world. And I know that balance must exist. That's law. Because if it wasn't law, then there wouldn't be hot and cold, left and right, up and down, in and out, good and bad, daytime, nighttime. Balance has to exist. There's always going to be someone or something on the other end of the spectrum that you're sitting on. So I get that. My perspective is I'm talking to the people that's sitting on the end of the spectrum that I sit on, that's wired like me, that's aligned in that way. But maybe you just need to hear something different, right? Maybe you just need to believe in yourself a little bit more. You know what I mean? Maybe you just need to not have that desire for seeking approval, and for somebody to tell you that it's okay for you to go and be great. It's okay for you to go and take that chance. Just be calculated in terms of your decision making. Don't go do reckless things. Think it through, plan it out. But once you know you have an idea and you truly believe in your ability to accomplish that idea, give yourself a chance. Bet on yourself. What do you have to lose at the end of the day? We're talking about business right now. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about business. So look around. See where you could create value. Think outside the box. Try not to let your mind get trapped into the little box that was created by the standardized educational system. Like, I refused to allow my mind to be placed in that box and to stay there. I always approached things from the standpoint of making sure that I'm creating the box that I play in, rather than, having to play by the rules inside of the box that somebody else has created for me, right? I got to bet on myself. I got to give myself a shot. What's the worst thing that could happen? I take 2 years, it doesn't work out. Okay, no problem. I don't care about nobody else's timeline. I'm not worried about my starting point, because it's not about me comparing notes with somebody else and saying, okay, well, man, look where you are right now, and I wish I was there. No, it's not about that. It's about your life experience. You got to march to the beat of your own drum and go at your own pace, so that when you're much further along in life, you're not looking back and saying, man, I wish I would not have done that, or I wish I wouldn't have listened to this person and I would have just followed my heart. Just understand, you don't get to recreate those moments. We don't get that time back. So it's very important that when you're in that situation and you you see it, you feel it, right? And you're very, very confident in it, and then you test it and you get the good feedback. And you gotta figure out where your market is. Where's my market? Okay. Just do something different. Find something that somebody else is doing that you can do better, and just go after it. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Because at the end of the day, if you do that, Now you're believing in somebody else's perspective that they have about you rather than you believing in what it is that you feel about yourself. And just start from the foundation. Just think about it. You're impossible. Like the odds of you being here are so slim. I don't even know what the odds are of you even existing to begin with. The bottom line is I just look at things from a very practical perspective. You're here, you have life, you have this run, this stretch that you're going to get as far as life is concerned. Use it. Don't take it for granted. All right? Because you can't just get up and go to Mars and just go do it all over again over there, or Venus or whatever. Like, you're on Earth. You've been given a great opportunity to do something very, very special. Use it. Don't let anybody waste your time. Don't fill yourself with negativity and doubt. Don't let other people try to dictate to you what you should or shouldn't do with your life. Of course, if you're a kid, listen to your parents. They're there to guide you and provide you with, the tools that you need to prepare yourself, to go out there as an adult and face life. But once you're at the point where you have the mental capacity to be very, very clear about what it is that you want, and you understand that you're not doing something to hurt anyone, and you just have ideas and you want to give yourself a shot, you want to go after it, you want to take a chance and exercise that idea, you got to give yourself a shot. You got to give yourself a shot, because then if you get older and you're looking back and now you're just stuck working for someone and you're just wishing, I wish, it could become a very miserable situation for you. But even if you're in that situation right now, even if you're at that point right now, it doesn't mean, okay, it's all over. Like, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. It's over. I missed my shot. No, you didn't. Don't believe that. Don't let anybody convince you of that. There's no like, I missed my shot. Because then now it's like what you're doing is you're measuring yourself based on what somebody else is saying you can or can't do at a certain point in your life. Many business people don't even find success until they're in their 40s and their 50s. It's not a race. Just believe in yourself, man. Just let those ideas rip and act on them and put energy behind them, and just don't give up. But what's the point of giving up? That makes no sense. What you giving up for? God didn't give up on you. You're here. So make sure you use this opportunity to your advantage. And, make use of your time, and don't waste time, because you can't get it back. That's the one thing you can't replace is time.